Okay. Well, you could thank her while I'm staying here because the last time she interviewed me here, we were in Mocktown, Newtown, and there just happened to be a realtor. Shout out to Vanessa. She just happened to walk by as Sharon was interviewing me, and she showed me a few apartments, and and she went over the numbers and told me the prices, and I'm kind of looking around like, this is really, really nice.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today my guest is Jerome, or it's just Rome, whose popular YouTube channel is Average Man Unplugged, and this is my third time, or I think fourth time interview. And he travels around the world, and whenever he is in Asia, he makes sure he stops Thailand and also in the Philippines. So Rom, welcome to my channel and welcome back to the Philippines. And thank you for communicating and keeping in touch with me and granting this fourth-time interview.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Rome, our last interview was 9 months ago. Sorry. Please provide viewers an update on your travels and journeys since we met last May.
So since the last time I was here, let's see. I've been to Thailand a couple times more now. I went to Vietnam.
Okay.
For people that follow me, they know I wanted to go there for a long time because I went to go see the Golden Bridge.
Okay.
That was on my bucket list of, just sites that I wanted to see. Beautiful place. I highly recommend people go there, or if you just have a bucket list of places that you want to see or go, I suggest guys do that. And I also went to Colombia for a second time.
Okay.
Actually did some dating there. Met a couple of ladies that showed interest. Still keeping in contact. So hopefully I find my future Mrs. Average Man Unplugged, so to speak.
Okay, I wish also that you will find your meet soon. Okay. And how's the cost of living in Vietnam?
Very, very affordable. I would say it's probably just the same as the Philippines and Thailand, maybe even more affordable. I think, it just all depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to live. But I know there are guys in Vietnam that are living off of like $1,000 US a month.
Yeah.
So, and that's comfortable. Food is very inexpensive. I remember when I was there, I was eating out every day. I probably spent maybe like $10 US a day. So I really, really like Vietnam. Very peaceful, beautiful country. The people are very nice and friendly.
Okay.
So yeah, but as far as the cost of living, yeah,
Okay.
I'll say it's about the same, maybe even less expensive.
The last time we met, you were about 32 subscribers. Now you are over 52,000 subscribers and over 14 million views. What do you attribute to your channel becoming so popular and exponential growth?
I think it really just comes down to me being transparent, being honest with my audience, and not holding anything back, and just caring about the people that I'm speaking to, and interacting with the people that watch my channel as well. So I would say a combination of those 3 or 4 things, I think, is what's really gotten me to where I am, and just being consistent, uploading every day. And yeah, I would say I think that's the main thing for real, just being consistent and uploading every day, because, sometimes you can get a little bit burnt out, but, I really enjoy what I do, and I love connecting with the people, and and what really motivates me to keep going is when people come to me, whether it's, meeting guys like James, who, or either other guys that let me know that I motivate them and encourage them, whether it's working on themselves with fitness
Yeah.
or, just encouraging them to go travel. Because, some people that watch my channel haven't traveled before, and, they know about my history and fear of flying and things of that
Yeah.
nature and how I got over it. So, I think that's the main thing that really keeps me going is hearing other people how I've helped them out, especially since I started traveling more, because it seems like the more that I travel,
Yeah.
the more that I'm running into people like James who recognize me in the street and stop me and just chat and have talks with me about how much they enjoy my content and stuff. So I think that's what that's what really does it for me.
Okay, you are so popular.
Hey, I'll say this. I'm truly grateful and blessed. I never thought I would be in this position, but just truly grateful and blessed to be where I'm at. And thanks to every, if you happen to watch my channel and you watch hers as well, I just want to thank you guys for
Yeah.
supporting and like really from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. It's what keeps me going.
Yeah, because we are not in this position if you are not there.
Right.
Yeah, it's all of you who put us in this position.
Right.
So, Rom, I remember in previous interview you didn't believe in big age gap dating. I believe the 10 years range was acceptable. Has that changed any? And you expanded your range or no change?
Um, I it's funny because I've actually, I think for me, in the States, I know age gap dating isn't really accepted.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know since I started traveling, it's a little bit more accepted. Like it's still kind of hard to believe when I see, women in their early mid 20s that actually want to talk to me, because I'm kind of like, I'm not really used to this. But like even women that are like in their 30s, I'm open to dating as well. I think it just really comes down to if the connection is there. Do y'all share, the same end goals as far as, wanting family, wanting marriage and things of that nature. And, you can't really judge anybody just based on their age, because, I know people that are my age that are very immature, and there are some people that are in their 20s that are very mature.
Yeah.
So I think it really just comes down to just the connection, and do y'all share similar morals and goals as far as relationships.
Okay. In your opinion, would you like to have a companion closer age, same on you, or you are older, or 5 years age gap between you and her?
Okay, that's a good question. Because I'm turning 39 in 2 weeks. I would say as long as she's young enough and healthy enough to have children, because I want to have children, I want to have a family, then absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much what it comes down to. As long as she's young enough and healthy enough to have children, that pretty much what it comes down to for me. So it can be in your 20s, 30s. So that's pretty much what it comes down to, really.
Okay. You returned to US for personal reason recently. In your opinion, has the dating or marriage situation changed in the West for better or for worse?
I say it's gonna get it's gotten worse. I don't, you know, it's definitely gonna get worse before it gets better. Um, I would say that. Oh, how can I put this? Because I really don't want to. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I would say the last 2 or 3 years, dating in the West has definitely changed a lot. I think the pandemic might have had a little bit to do with that. And because of that, you're starting to see people's priorities change a little bit. And I think that's because, especially women in the States, because they had a chance to spend more time at home. I think that's kind of gave some women in the States a little bit different perspective as far as what's important in relationships. But the issue is that you're starting to see more and more women wanting to stay at home, but
Yeah.
due to the economy and in the States, it's kind of hard to sustain that, especially for a man, because there's only so many men that can make a certain amount of money to keep a woman at home. And unless a guy is working 2 or 3 jobs, or has multiple streams of income, it's even more difficult. So I think what you're starting to see in the States is more of a gap between the two genders, and because of it, it's causing a little bit of separation and having a tough time finding a mate, because you're starting to see more and more women demand to be stay-at-home wives. And it's just, I mean, the American economy, that's just really difficult to do. So because more women are demanding that, and there's only so many men that are available that can do that. And but I think, but the real issue is that the women don't want to. There's no reciprocation on the women's end. So I think that's one of the reasons why you're starting to see more men travel to other countries where the women actually value the effort the men that are putting forward to provide for family and provide for their wives. So I think men are in the West are being a little bit more smarter, a little bit more calculated, because this is going to be the most important decision that you ever make in your life. And I say that all the time. And I grew up in a 2-parent household, before, and like you mentioned, I had to leave for personal reasons because my father passed away this past summer, and my parents were married for 46 and a half years. And both of them worked. So, and that's what I grew up seeing, but both of them still had the traditional roles. So because we're living in a time where a lot of people haven't seen that, I think that's another reason that's kind of causing a divide between genders in the States. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you think the passport brother movement is over, and was there really a movement, or just men seeking solace, tranquility, and better relationship?
No, I would actually argue that it's still growing. I would say as a start, I think the reason why it may feel like it's not growing or it's over is because I think guys that consider themselves passport bros, I think they've gotten to a point now where they're just kind of done going back and forth with the detractors that don't like what we're doing, or they don't like the movement. And I think, passport bros are just kind of past the point of talking about it, and they're just kind of, what, we said our piece. We still talk about it, but I think it's just one of those things where we're being, I don't want to say more silent about it, but I think we're just kind of past the point of feeling the need to explain ourselves, because I think what men in this movement understand is that you're not doing this to impress other people. You're doing this for yourself, to have a better life, find happiness, to find your forever partner. So I think, passport bros just are more focused on that now, more so than bickering back and forth with people that disagree, because what it really comes down to is you're really not going to change these people's mind too much, no matter how many facts or statistics that you bring to the table. And it's just, you can you can only beat a dead horse so much, as they like to say. So,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, why even waste your time and energy arguing with people who aren't really for you anyway? So,
Exactly. And Rom, do you believe cohabitation as an alternative to marriage or marriage but separated? Do you prepare cohabitation or marriage? Because if you get married, no return, no exchange.
um, well, how can I put this? So, here's the thing, because I've done the cohabitation before back in the States. I don't have an issue with it. I think it really just comes down to communicating with your partner, making sure that y'all are on the same page.
Yeah.
Now, I know in the States, I can see cohabitation being more of a thing due to divorce laws and how they favor women so much. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of men are checking out. Because in the States, women are pretty incentivized to break up marriages and families. And that's actually another one of the reasons why the passport bro movement is growing, because, I think, and I hate to say it, it just seems like women in other countries value keeping a family together, and that's what men are looking for, especially men like myself, because like I said, my parents were married 46 and a half years. I will be grateful if I can even reach half of that.
Yeah,
If,
exactly.
if I can marry somebody and we're together over 20, 30 years before one of us passes on, like, that would be success for me. So I think that's what it really comes down to. Guys, I think, guys just want to keep their families together.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to have children. I want to see them grow and become of age, and, do something with their life. And I just think that's a beautiful thing to see. And it's just, in the States, it's just becoming, how can I put it? It's just something that just seems to be less common nowadays. And men really, really value that. So
Yeah.
I think, if you're a passport bro, I think that's the main thing that you're concerned about is, finding a woman who values family and staying together and growing old together.
Okay. There are many beautiful and available women in Thailand and the Philippines. Same for Brazil, Panama, Colombia, and Dominican Republic. Do you see any similarity or difference in terms of the tradition and servitude to men, or do the Philippines and Thailand stand out?
Okay. Some people are probably gonna hate me. um, because
okay.
no, because I know, because between going to Colombia and, being to the Philippines and Thailand, because I tend to compare these three because that's where I've been to the most. What I've noticed is that in Thailand and the Philippines, the women seem to be more, how can I put it? I think you just said the word too. Servitude.
Okay.
And what I've noticed when I went to Colombia, the women are, how can I put it? I don't want to say, how can I put it? I want to say more like, they seem to be more, because I really don't want to say more affectionate, because the women here are affectionate. But I want to say in the Philippines and Thailand, the women it seems to be more about, like, how can I take care, like, what can I do to take care of him? What can I do for him? Where in the Latin countries, it seems to be more about, how can I make him feel good? How can I make him feel like a man? Where when here, it seems like, or even in Thailand, it seems like it's more about, what can I do to help him? Not to say that Colombian women don't, but I just think, there's levels. Whenever I come to the Philippines or Thailand, The women just seem to be more concerned about how they can pleasure you and take care of you. Whenever I'm in Colombia, it seems to be more about how can I make him feel good, if that kind of makes if that makes any kind of sense.
Okay.
That's what I've noticed.
How do you prepare for nomad travels? What are your essential in terms of personal attire and amenity items? Are you minimalist?
I would say I'm definitely a minimalist. I try to spend as little as I can, but um, as she mentioned, my channel has gotten more popular, so that has given me a little bit more flexibility as far as spending goes. Typically, when it comes to amenities, what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for a place is, does it have a gym? Because as you guys know, I'm very active, and that's something that I push all the time. Uh, I would say a pool as well, because especially out in these countries like Colombia, Thailand, and the Philippines, because it's always hot. Um, I would say those are like my main two things. Obviously aircon, because it's hot here. Um, Balcony, just because I like the view and I like to go outside and and relax. And just as long as I got all the other necessities that I need, those are typically at the top of my list. Is like, does it have a gym? And swimming pool, just because just because the weather is so yeah, just because the weather is so hot. But yeah, I would say that's probably like the main two things for real, for real. Especially the gym, because it's just so important and essential to my life. Because I don't think I would be where I'm at now if it wasn't for it, because that's what really changed my mindset. Just my life overall. Period. It gave me discipline. So I would say that's like number one on my list. Does the place have a gym? Even if it isn't like, it doesn't have to be the best gym, but just somewhere where I can just kind of get my
As
blood.
long as you can work out.
Right, just get my blood flowing and just move around, just lift something heavy. And yeah, just stay active. And plus around here you get to do a lot of walking, which is something I love doing. Easy way to burn calories and stay fit. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Even my room, I made an exercise inside my room, 16 minutes every day.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
And you are temporarily lodging or renting in Makati Newtown. Was there a reason you choose this area far from Cebu City, or just alternating lodging? Any advice to viewers on finding a stay place in the Philippines?
Okay. Well, you could thank her while I'm staying here, because the last time she interviewed me here, we were in Mocktown, Newtown, and there just happened to be a realtor. Shout out to Vanessa. She just happened to walk by as Sharon was interviewing me, and she showed me a few apartments, and and she went over the numbers and told me the prices, and I'm kind of looking around like, this is really, really nice. Everything is within walking distance here, you guys. Restaurants everywhere, a gym, club, couple of 7-Elevens, like literally everything you need is like a 5-minute walk away or less. And the beach is right by, and the beach is right there. Probably another 5-minute walk. So, I mean, you really don't have to leave this vicinity for anything unless you just really want to go out and see the city. Or, maybe want to visit some friends who might stay in a different part of town or something. So when I saw the convenience of it, how nice the place was, and the price, it was like, it's kind of hard to beat that, I'm like, and to be honest with you, if it wasn't for her interviewing me and telling me to meet her there, I probably would have never known about it. So I really got to thank Sharon a lot for, knowing about this area, because if she didn't recommend doing our last interview there, I probably wouldn't be staying there now. So, I mean, it's a really nice place. It has all the amenities that like we were referring to earlier. It has a pool, gym, spa room. They even have like a playground area for kids if you have kids, tennis court, rock climbing little area. They have a little seating area if you just want to enjoy the breeze. And like I said, the beach is
Nice.
5-10 minute walk away, and like I said, everything is real close by within walking distance. So kind of get the best of both worlds. So if you need to go somewhere, you can still get your walks in and stuff like that as well. So it's just super convenient. You really can't beat it, you guys. You really can't.
Okay, so Rome, any questions to me or additional comments to add before end this interview?
I just want to, first of all, I want to thank Sharon for having me on here and for putting me on to this particular area. I love it here. And I just want to say, again, to any guys that are thinking twice about traveling overseas, just do what I did. Just get your passport and just jump out there and see for yourself. Now, I will say, if you haven't flown before, probably want to do what I did, because I flew around the States a few times before I actually got on a plane across seas. For some guys, you might be hesitant to come here first because the flight is long because you're coming from the United States. But for a lot of guys, I recommend here coming first because English is their second language. You won't really have to you won't have to worry about the language barrier as much if you go to a place like Brazil or Colombia. I know those places are closer, but the language barrier may get to you if you don't know Portuguese or Spanish. Now, fortunate for me, I do know a little Spanish, so that's why I was able to kind of get by in Colombia. But if that's going to be an issue for you, I would highly recommend coming here first. You're pretty much going to feel at home because everybody speaks English. I would say 95% of the people, I mean, like really good English. You're pretty much going to feel like you're never left, but at the same time you will, because the people here are like Filipino people are so friendly, you guys. Like they really are. I love coming here. Like all the way down to the policemen and the security guards. Like seriously. I mean, like I'm talking like these people will help. They will literally go out of their way to help you. So you guys. I mean, it's just really down to you. But I would just say, just don't be afraid, man. Just go out there and do it. Cause I was afraid to get on a plane. I'm like, and here I am now. I'm in my second time in the Philippines, and I've been to 4 different countries, and I continue adding on to that because after I go back to Thailand for my birthday, I'm still kind of debating on Bali and Japan, which one I'm gonna go to first. But going forward, I plan on putting some new countries in that passport. So yeah, man, just don't be afraid, you guys. Just go out there and see for yourself. That's what I'll leave you guys with.
Okay, I have planned to go to Bali, Indonesia, because I want to visit the Stair of Haven.
I want to see that too.
Yes,
I want to see that too. I want to see that here.
Because I had a relatives, they have villa in Bali, and she went there. Okay.
Cool.
So this is at my interview with Jerome of the popular channel, The Average Man Unplugged. I will put his link in the video description and watch his channel and experience his travel journey and commentary and experience excitement. And Jerome, thank you so much for being my friend and respecting the Philippines culture, tradition, lifestyle, and always communicating with you when you are in the Philippines. Thank you so much to be on my channel again, and thank you for this 4th-time interview.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you everyone, and God bless. Bye.
Deuces.
You only call me on the weekends when you're out and about, only chasing highs. You need me, he brings me flowers